Hello everyone, my name is Blessing Iwichkuya. Welcome to this class tonight. So in this video we'll be looking at a new series. This is actually the first video in the new series we'll be starting, and this new series is going to be on Excel for data analysis. So very quickly we will look at, in this video we'll begin by just explaining briefly the parts of Excel in data analysis. We are going to look at the pros and the cons of Excel. What are the strengths of Excel in data analysis, and which areas does Excel actually fall short? And we're actually going to be looking at those limitations, because I want every one of us to understand that Excel is not the ultimate. There are better tools, stronger tools, more powerful tools that we can use for our data analysis. So very quickly, what are some of the strengths of Excel? But before we go into the Excel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share the video with others. And remember, as you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can always get notified when we have another video, a new video, something wonderful, something exciting for you. All right, so very quickly, what are the strengths of Excel as a tool for data analysis? Excel is actually widely accessible. You can access it from anywhere very quickly. It's almost found on many new PCs, so you don't have to start going very far or any special downloads. Well, that's about the older versions of Excel, I would say. Ordinarily, some PCs used to come originally with Excel, but these days it's now Microsoft 365, so you will have to go online and get that. So it is widely accessible. In fact, Google has a kind of their own adaptation, their own version of Excel, I would say. That's Google Sheets, so you can use that as well. The formulas used in the functions in both cases are very similar. The charts, pivot table, everything, they are very similar. Now Excel is also very user friendly, so you don't need so much coding to get Excel or to get working in Excel. So it is very ideal for new users. So if you are new to Microsoft, sorry, to data analysis, you can make use of Excel. It's a very good place to start. The formulas, everything, functions, they are all user friendly and beginner friendly as well. Excel also has very powerful tools, whether the functions or pivot table, the charts, conditional format. We're going to be looking at all of these in this series, and all of them are actually powerful. With them, you can perform powerful operations, powerful analysis, powerful predictions, and a lot of things powerful to give you powerful insights into the data you are working with. And one other advantage of using Excel, or one other strength of Excel, is that it is very good for small to medium scale, medium data sets. So if you have a small business or you're just a medium business, you don't generate so much data regularly, Excel is very good for your analysis. You don't need powerful, robust tools. Excel is good. It's good for that kind of business. So you can use it for quick analysis, quick reporting, quick everything, and you just have it at your fingertips. Now, what are the limitations? So we don't just think Excel is everything. It is not. There are more powerful tools, but it's, as we've looked at the advantages, what are the limitations of Excel? The reason why you should look elsewhere for other things. Excel actually is limited in its scale. You cannot perform large analysis, or you cannot analyze large data sets using Excel. It's very limited in that regard. When you begin to talk about 3 million rows, 10 million rows, Excel will begin actually to freeze on you. Yeah, and Excel is also error prone. It's not easy to debug on Excel. By the time you have written several formulas, several functions, and just an error somewhere, you're trying to figure out where exactly is this, you may find it very difficult to debug. And the more formulas you have, in fact, the slower Excel may want to become. It is not ideal for automation. You may not be able to automate several tasks, except you are using additional tools like macros and the rest, and several other add-ins. If not, Excel is not very ideal for automation. Tools like Python, SQL, they are very good for automation. It also lacks advanced statistical power. There are some statistical functions you want to carry out in Excel that will not be possible. Like other tools I've mentioned, they are built for, they have specialized functions that you can use for powerful statistical tools. Okay, even some advanced query functions, you want to get some deeper insights, complex insights, Excel may not be able to offer it to you. That's why you will need other tools. Now, what is the Excel interface like? I'm going to use the 2016 version of Excel. That is no, I don't think it's no any more. Excel is not releasing, Microsoft is not releasing those versions anymore. So it's actually Microsoft 365 that is actually the thing now, I would say. So if you have 2016, some PCs still come with 2016. The software sometimes is also available to purchase online, so you can get that, and it's ideal for offline use. 365, you may not be able to perform serious tasks if you are offline. So let's look at that interface, and that's the interface I actually already have open here. You have the title bar. This is where the name of the file appears. If you haven't saved the file originally, it will appear as book 1 by default. All right, but if you save the name will appear here, and this is where you can say, okay, this is the file I'm working on and all of that. We also have the tabs. Okay, the tabs actually contain similar functions. They are grouped. Okay, each of them are grouped. For example, the home tab has several groups under it. It has the font group, the alignment group, number group, and so on and so forth. So these tabs are also arranged in ribbon-like appearance, so that you can easily, as you click each tab, it opens up its own content, as it were. So you can access different functions there. Now you also have the rows and the columns. But before the rows and the columns, let me talk about the formula bar. The formula bar is where we enter our formulas, and as you are typing it in, it's appearing in a cell. What is a cell? Okay, I'm going to explain that once I'm talking about the rows and the column. But this formula bar, take note, whatever I'm typing here appears in a cell, the selected cell automatically. And if I'm typing in the cell also, it appears there. For example, let me say I'm writing my name here. You can see that it is appearing here, and it is also appearing here. If I transform it, I'm saying let me write my surname here, same thing. So for visibility, you want to just see what you are doing apart from the cell. Probably the cell looks so small you may not be able to see what's happening inside there. You will just have to use the formula bar. Now these rows and column, your work area, the sheets, or let me say the work area is divided into rows and columns. Now these are your rows. Oh, sorry, these are the rows, horizontal, columns, vertical. Vertical columns, they are actually named alphabetically. So you have A, B, C, D to Z, and after Z, the next will be AA, yeah, as you can see. So after Z, you have AA, AB, AC, just like that to AZ, and then after that, you have AA, AAB, and so on and so forth. Interesting way of naming things. Okay, so the rows as well, quite many. The rows are numbered from number 1 to, I can't remember the last number now, but quite a lot. Yeah, I have just in one click, I have 104, that's 1 million rows, thereabout. 1,048,576 rows. Yeah, so that's one limitation of Excel, just 1 million rows. What if I have 2 million rows of data, 7 million rows of data? Excel will just reason you. So these are the rows. They are actually numbered, 1, 2, 3, and so forth and so on. Now where a row and a column intersect is called a cell. So that this cell now is intersection of row 1 and column A. Okay, now before I forget, here is where we have the name box. It tells us the name of the cell I just selected. So I have, let me randomly click here. What is that cell? J9. So that is column J, row 9. Randomly, let's click here. So that is what? Column Q, row 15. So the name automatically appears there. So you want to enter anything in your cell, you double click on it, and you can begin, or just click on it and then you can begin to type, and automatically you can go on and perform anything you want to do right there in it. Okay, let's talk about the tabs, the worksheet tabs. These are actually the worksheet tabs. There are several of them. Each of them is called a sheet. Ideally, this is your spreadsheet, this is your worksheet. All right, but these are actually Excel sheets. Each of them, we can create more by just hitting this plus button. I can create another sheet. So this is my workbook rather. Okay, so this is my workbook. Holy Spirit. Damn it. This is my workbook, And each of my workbooks actually have their worksheets, each of them. So I can decide to create an extra sheet. I can rename it. Right click on it. I can rename. Right click on it. I can rename it. I can change its color and all that. I can drag and change the position. Sheet 2 is now in front of sheet 1, and so on and so forth. So that's how the workbook and their sheets and its sheets actually look like. Okay, so that is where I'm going to be stopping this transmission or this live class tonight. In the next class, I'm going to start with one of the functions. Probably I'm going to look at the sum function. We're going to have live examples, what we use them for, how we use them, and how we don't use them. And probably other forms of the sum function. We'll see how we use it in Excel. We'll have several examples. I just advise every one of us, please come with your PC, get ready, get your notes ready. If you have any question, you can always shoot your question in the comment section, and we will be good to go. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your time. See you right in the next video. Bye.